God's advice today. This message was lovingly prepared to bring peace and guidance to your heart. If it touches you, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. That way, you'll keep receiving uplifting content. Stay with us until the end. We've prepared something special with great care. Discover something life-changing. In the first comment, I left a special prayer and an opportunity that could open doors you never imagined. God said, "My beloved child, stop for a moment and take a deep breath." It is not a coincidence that you are reading these words right now. Nothing in your life has been random, and this moment has been carefully chosen by me to speak with you. I know the weight you've been carrying. I know the confusion in your emotions and the exhaustion in your mind. You've been trying to keep going, even without strength, and I have seen every attempt, every silent tear, every thought of giving up. But I am here. Are you seeking a deep spiritual change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Imagine attracting wealth and abundance in less than a week, while blessings pour down on you daily. All of this begins with a simple 1-minute prayer. To discover how this technique can transform your reality, click the link in the first comment. Every step you take toward this journey not only benefits you but also supports our channel and the dedicated team that brings you this valuable content. Do not wait any longer to begin this journey of spiritual and material transformation. Click now to learn more and start your path toward a fuller and more abundant life. And it is precisely in this moment of silence, where the world seems to collapse around you, that I choose to touch your heart with my spirit. Not as just another empty piece of advice, but as a living message, like an eternal embrace upon your tired soul. For days, you have felt something different, a restlessness you can't explain, a subtle calling amid all the distractions. Don't ignore it, my child. That is my presence calling you with love. I have spoken in your dreams, in small coincidences, in gestures that seemed random. I have tried to reach your spirit, even when your mind was too busy to notice. As it is written, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and dine with him." Revelation chapter 3 verse 20. Open your heart completely, because what is coming will require discernment, sensitivity, and faith. You are not alone. Get ready. I am about to do something new in your life. Comment, "I open my heart to hear my Father's voice." When you felt a sudden urge to change direction, when that soft voice within you whispered, "Wait just a little longer," it was my voice guiding you with love. Even when your mind was confused and your heart had no direction, I was there, whispering paths, redirecting dangers, preparing deliverance you didn't even know you needed. When your soul cried out in silence, not knowing how to pray, when no words would come, I was already listening and responding with care and mercy. You were never alone, even in the days you believed heaven had gone silent. In the darkest valleys and the longest nights, I was your silent companion, your shelter in the midst of pain. My child, do you remember that night when everything seemed lost, when despair squeezed your chest and you thought you couldn't go on? I was there, holding your life with invisible hands, renewing your strength, placing hope where there was only exhaustion. As it is written, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Psalm 34 verse 18. I saved you, even when you didn't see it. I preserved you, even when you didn't understand. And my love remains. Nothing was in vain. Trust me, there is more to come. Comment, "I trust in God's love, He is my refuge." Do you remember those times you felt an unexplainable peace in the middle of pain? That was also me. It wasn't distraction. It was my spirit covering you, shielding your mind from the enemy's attacks. There were nights when, by all appearances, you should have collapsed, but something kept you standing. That wasn't your own strength. It was the strength of my hand. There were days when tears fell and you felt abandoned, but every tear was collected by me. I heard everything. Every silent cry, every thought of giving up, every groan from your soul. And even so, I continued to love you with the same intensity. I never left. I never forgot you. When you thought you were invisible, I was watching you with a father's eyes. Romans 8 verse 26 says, "The Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans, and that is what sustained you during your darkest days." Comment: God sustained me when I had no strength. But now, I need to speak to you more directly, with greater clarity. There are things you've been ignoring. Warnings I've been sending, and you've chosen not to see. People who drain your soul, environments that dry up your faith, habits that rob your peace, and yet you keep choosing to stay. Why, my child? I've already shown you what lies behind each false smile. I revealed intentions. I opened your spiritual eyes. But you keep closing them again, maybe out of fear, maybe out of need. But I tell you, you can no longer keep deceiving yourself. You prayed asking for discernment, and I gave it to you. You asked for direction, and I showed the way. Now it is time to obey. Do not walk any further in the opposite direction of what I have already revealed. Don't say you trust me while you continue choosing what I already asked you to let go. Comment: I choose to obey the voice of my Father. My child, the battle has been intense because your destiny is great. The enemy has risen up with cunning schemes, trying to drag you back into cycles I already broke. He wants to exhaust you emotionally, make you doubt the promise, isolate you emotionally so you disconnect from my voice. But what he doesn't know is that the protection I placed around you is still firm. My messengers are there, waiting only for your cooperation, your genuine surrender. I need your obedience to act in full. You can't walk with me one day and return to Egypt the next. I want to lead you into the promised land, but you must let go of the burdens that are no longer part of your calling. The blessing is ready, but you need to be in the right position to receive it. Comment: I will walk in obedience toward my promise. Did you know there's an effective method to attract more financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-rooted beliefs and shift the way you perceive reality. It's something that had a powerful impact on my life, and we'd like to invite you to discover this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in unique and wonderful ways. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you'd like to support our work and the team that dedicates itself to bringing inspiring and transformative content, we invite you to learn about our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help in your journey. Your support helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We are deeply grateful for your trust and support. I stopped miracles to protect you. I closed doors you desperately wanted to open, because I saw what you could not see. There were things I denied you, not out of cruelty, but out of love. I removed relationships that seemed good but were laced with hidden poison. I allowed delays, discomfort, and unexpected turns, but all with a purpose. While you wept in front of closed doors, I celebrated in silence, knowing better ones were being prepared. Stop mourning what you lost. Rejoice in what was divine protection. I do not make mistakes in my plans. You said, Lord, why is everything coming to a halt? And I answer you now, because you were heading too fast in the wrong direction. I stopped you to preserve you. Now I'm opening new paths, but you must recognize them. Your spiritual eyes must stay open. Comment, I thank God for the doors He closed. Start listening with your spirit, not just your ears. That discomfort you feel in certain places? That unease in your heart around some people? That strange peace when everything seems to fall apart? These are touches from my spirit, teaching you discernment. I want you to live by faith, not by habit. I want you to get used to hearing me in the little things. Yes, I still speak, through thoughts, through dreams, even through silence. Don't always expect thunder. Sometimes, the miracle is in the whisper. When something feels off, stop. When you feel peace where there shouldn't be any, trust. My spirit lives in you. You will learn to recognize me again. Comment, speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. And now I tell you, the time is drawing near. The time of harvest, of answers, of manifestation. But there are decisions only you can make. I cannot plant for you. I can prepare the soil, but it's your choice to sow the right seed. Stop acting out of fear, out of haste, out of insecurity. Don't move based on nostalgia for broken places. Don't return out of loneliness to where there was once betrayal. I have new beginnings prepared. I am a God of restoration, not repetition. I don't bring you back to pain, but to healing. The path I call you to walk requires faith, surrender, and courage. But at the end of it lies the promise. Stop measuring your life by how you feel. Walk according to what I have promised. This is not the time to act on impulse. What's ahead is too great to be wasted on distractions. I am restoring your spiritual vision. I am aligning people, moments, divine connections that will change your story. But if you're out of place, you'll miss it all. Stay alert. Remain at the center of my will. The answers are coming. The signs are being sent. But I need you to trust completely. Don't stray now. You're closer than you think. Even if everything around you feels confusing, I am in control. Comment, my trust is in the faithfulness of the Lord. My child, don't forget, nothing is by accident. The time you spend in silence, the hidden tears, the painful waiting, it all has a purpose. I am writing a story with your life. A story of redemption, of faith, of glory. But trust me with everything. With your wounds, with your fears, with your dreams too. Surrender fully. My messengers are still by your side. My spirit still speaks. And I am still your Father. The one who never fails. The one who loves you more than you could ever understand. Breathe deeply. You're about to live the days I promised. But walk with faith. Walk with obedience. And above all, walk with me. Comment, I choose to walk with God every day of my life. Your endurance, even in the silent early mornings and in the pains no one saw, is a testimony of my presence. The destruction was planned against you, but I intervened. And now I declare, in the coming days, I will give you a clear confirmation. It will be a personal, unmistakable sign. You will feel my peace rest upon you like a cloak, and you will recognize my voice. But listen well, when I speak, do not hesitate. Obey. You have been crying out for answers, and they are on their way. You have asked for change, and it is already in motion. You have pleaded for peace, and I now release it upon your spirit. But I keep my call. Stay close to me. Do not run ahead. Do not allow fear, the opinions of others, or haste to push you onto paths I have not designed. I have been patient. I have waited for you. But now is the time for you to rise. You can no longer remain in fear. You cannot stay paralyzed. Your purpose is greater than the pain you carry. What I have prepared for you is more precious than all the tears you have shed. Every delay had its reason. Every closed door had a purpose. And all the nights you felt alone will soon make sense. Do not despise this warning. Do not silence my voice with the distractions of this world. I am speaking to you now. The spirits I sent, wisdom and protection, continue to accompany you. Stay in prayer. Remain positioned. Your turnaround is closer than you imagine. Breathe deeply now, and listen again. I am with you. I am for you. I have walked ahead of you. And none of the enemy's traps will stop what I am about to do. I recognize the burden you have carried, not just the weight, but the questions. The pain mixed with silence. You wondered if I still speak to you, if I still guide your steps, if I am still working in your life. And I tell you firmly, I have never stopped. I carried you when your strength failed. I guarded your mind when dark thoughts came like storms. It was I who placed invisible barriers between you and danger, even when you did not see. You forgot some of those moments, but I did not. I have recorded every instant I intervened, even when you thought I was silent. You never walked alone. People may not have seen you, but I never took my eyes off you. Not for a second. Remember that day you thought about giving up, but something held you back? It was not chance. It was the Spirit I sent to strengthen you. That voice that interrupted your destructive thoughts? It was my wisdom whispering, this is not the end. That sudden warning that made you step back from a decision? It was my mercy guarding you from the trap prepared. You cried out, Lord, why is life so heavy? And I answer, because you have walked without leaning on me. You have carried what was never meant for your shoulders alone. I never asked you to understand everything. I only asked you to follow me. But many times, you followed fear. You followed advice from those who did not know me. You followed feelings that changed every hour. I know you tried to get it right. I know you only wanted to cling to what seemed familiar. But now I am realigning your steps. I am redirecting your journey. The warnings I sent you were not to scare you. They were messages of mercy. The two presences I sent, wisdom and protection, were not only there to keep you from harm, but to pave the way for the promise. When you ignored that inner discomfort, you missed the first warning. When you muffled your spirit with noise, you missed the second. But I have not stopped speaking. I have sent this message once more to reach your heart. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine interruption. I am trying to catch your attention because something greater is about to arrive. What approaches does not resemble what you have lived before. You cannot enter this new chapter with the same mindset. You cannot take old habits into new territory. And you can no longer afford to sleep spiritually. There is a reason everything has seemed strange lately. I am calling you higher. That uncomfortable feeling near certain people is not judgment, it is discernment. That sudden change in your plans is not confusion, it is redirection. I am guiding your steps so you do not enter places never marked with your name. The delay you feel is not rejection. It is protection. It is preparation. Stand firm. Do not retreat. Your promise is near. And when it arrives, you will understand why so many paths were blocked. You were separated for something your eyes have not yet seen, but your spirit already feels. And I am here now, saying, rise up. The time has come. The enemy will not have the last word. I will. and everything that hurt you will be transformed into strength. What you are going through is not punishment, nor abandonment. It is preparation. I have allowed you to be stretched, to face challenges, so that when I deliver what I have promised, you will have the strength and endurance necessary to carry this blessing. You have prayed for change, cried out for open doors and answers, and I have heard every one of your words. But know this, before I move the external circumstances, I am working within you, building a solid foundation, a firm ground. Because unstable faith, decisions made by emotion, will not withstand what is to come. That is why you have felt this weight in your spirit, this restlessness that you could not always understand. The things that once comforted you no longer bring satisfaction, and this is no coincidence. I am changing your appetite, drawing you away from what should no longer be part of your life in this new season. This disconnection may feel painful, and it is not by my desire that you suffer, but because I want you to grow. Growth sometimes is silence, feeling alone, seeming to be separated from what was once familiar. But in truth, it is a divine invitation to hear my voice clearly, away from the noise and distractions that block your progress. I need you to stop doubting what I have placed within you. Stop questioning the anointing I gave you, the calling that made your heart vibrate. Do not shrink back before those who do not understand your purpose. I did not create you to hide or to fit where you do not belong. You were set apart for something greater, to be a light where many remain in darkness. So do not cling to conditional love, to affection that exists only for the convenient version others want of you. I am calling forth your power, your courage, your determination to move forward. Yes, you have been tested and felt uncertain, but I have never abandoned you. This moment of trial is part of purification. I am shaking everything that is not founded in me so that what remains is firm, unshakable. I know you have had to let go of things and people you love, and watching others move forward while you seemed still was difficult. But no, you were not still. I held you, hid you, protected you so you would not be exposed before the right time. What I am doing in you is sacred. I am growing you in secret so that when I lift you up, nothing can bring you down. I am giving you peace that does not break under pressure, wisdom that is not shaken by opinions, and clarity that is not confused by the noise of the world. I continue to call you into deeper waters because I want you to stop settling for shallow prayers and stagnant faith. I want you to awaken the hunger for me that existed when it was just you and me in silence, in true communion. I never left you, even when it seemed I was far away. I have been patiently waiting for you to return to that place where only my voice mattered. The enemy has tried to convince you otherwise, making you believe that I am distant or that you were forgotten. But he is a liar. With every silence you noticed, I was working. With every feeling of invisibility, I was preparing your name to be called. With every moment you thought you had wasted time, I was writing your story. I am restoring the lost time. I am transforming everything that seemed like destruction into a firm foundation of blessings. I am taking the areas where you felt rejected and turning them into places of great favor. The season that tried to break you will be the springboard for your launch. But this change requires your full surrender. You cannot walk with me halfway, saying yes with your lips while your heart is still tied to the past. I ask everything of you not to control, but to give you something far better than what you try to hold on to. Let go of the need to understand everything. Free yourself from the pressure to fix what only I can transform. Abandon the fear that keeps whispering doubts. I hold the outcome, the right moment, your name in places you can't even imagine. Always remember, I am the light that guides your steps. If I took you out of the darkness, the spirits I sent to protect you and give you wisdom are still with you. They continue to whisper to you, even when the world is silent. Learn to listen to the stillness, notice the gentle touches on your heart. My voice does not always come in the way you expect. A delay may be my protection, a closed door, my guidance to the best path. A sudden movement inside you is me redirecting your steps. You don't need to solve everything now. Just walk with me, trust once again. Perguntareo ChatGPT. Trust, for the best is yet to come, and I am preparing your life for something far greater than you can imagine. Follow me, for I am the way, the truth, and the life. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.